Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hi, JJ. Welcome. So this
Hi,
is
Terry.
JJ, Tutah Speaks, and I'm Teri at Holding Your Space. Hey, Richie. Hi, Diana. Hi, Sonia. Welcome, welcome. And today we're talking about the Kundalini energy, Kundalini awakenings again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we've just been talking backstage in the studio, and it's just kind of like, whew,
This is going to be a good day.
Yeah, really good day. Really big day.
Yeah.
You look beautiful today, by the way, JJ.
Thank you. You have Tutah to thank for that. I'm so happy that I only have one show today. And I'm happy it's this one because they had me getting ready in the morning for this. I've been singing in the language. They picked out they just told me wear this earring, not that one, this one. And then I had my Moldavite wanted to come.
Wow.
There's something about gold, like black and gold. And then I don't know if you guys can see, but
It's beautiful.
my owl had to come out. So
Wow.
I'm like really, really excited for this today.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited about all the information that we're getting in and how important it is at this time. Because I feel like there's a reason that the Kundalini is coming up.
Yeah.
Hi, Gerald. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Jay. I hope your jaw's better, honey. There's a real reason for this Kundalini arising now. So, and bringing it in softly and tempering it with the blue light at the same time. It's a lot of energy, but I feel like we were talking backstage how it's needed to balance the blue light. And I don't know why it never occurred to me that's why this is coming in right now.
Yeah, almost as if supporting, as if digesting it, like really meeting and melding with the Kundalini energy, as if it's going like through our digestion, taking what we need, or what benefits us, and yeah, I'm like I have these great cards, these anatomy cards, and so the brain is gonna they picked like all the brain cards, all of them. I'm like, which one is it? And they're like, all of them. So the whole brain is something that Tutah is going to connect with today. So I'm really excited about that.
I love that.
This is what your brain looks like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, orange would balance the blue for sure. Spoken like an artist, Gerald. Thank you. So, yeah, I love orange and blue together, actually. But so, and I love that you're talking about the brain too, because before we came on, I was thinking about I was on Kim's channel, or Kim was on my channel the other day, from two of you, and she's working with the orbs now and doing amazing work with them. And I was like, okay, I'm going to call in my orbs, my guides as orbs today. And then they went immediately to my brain. And my late husband, he passed away from a brain tumor. And I always know when it's him because it comes right here, this part of my brain. Yeah. Anyway, and I'm like, I'm not sure if I want you here or not, but I'll take you.
It's always nice to have helpers.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So how are you feeling about the brain?
The way I'm feeling about the brain, Teri, I think you've been watching this too, because I think I saw you comment on yesterday's, like the 7 hours of what is her name? Joan of the Angels or something?
Oh yeah, Joan.
Yeah. they're having some collaboration that's like 7 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I caught the last part of it yesterday, because she had it on her YouTube channel. And so I was alerted to it. And it was this woman, Elsa Dillon. Um,
Amazing.
yeah, I got goosebumps just thinking about it.
Oh my
Did you
God.
see Elsa at the end of yesterday? Um, Elsa's all about this blue light.
Yeah.
The blue light that's coming in, and how to be our true authentic self. And she mentions a lot of things just quickly where I just want to like, wait, can we just pause on that and go further? Because she was talking about how, um, like even in our womb, she's talking about like the tricksters, and how it's so important to like be our true authentic selves. And so Tiama Ku'ashima Yewa, she was talking about alien DNA in the spleen, and that the spleen was our true heart, which is interesting because people have like their spleens removed. Um, but today we're going to be working on the brain. And there's just something we're going to, it feels like something we're going to like itch, inside of our brains. So I'm curious where Tuta takes us with that, having to do with, did you mention your dragon?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Do you want me to
Yeah.
mention it now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I
Yes.
just
Yeah. Spin beings. Yeah.
yeah, that's her website.
Yeah.
Spin Beings, if you guys want to go there, and it's on the show is on Portal to Ascension, but
That's right.
Joan of Angels has it on her channel too. But portaltoascension.com, if you go there, they're doing the 3 days, and you can get it for free this weekend. It's a 3-day seminar,
Yeah.
and it is amazing information. Granted, they go to the left of woo woo, so which I
Yay!
can no worries, man.
I
I
love
think
the war.
everybody yeah, I think everybody here can get into that.
Yeah.
So, I'm getting that, as the blue light comes in, this beautiful blue light, and, um, it's coming in, and I always see the Kundalini as a snake, so I'm just gonna go with that here.
Mhm.
But as the snake rises up from the ground, from Mother Earth, and the blue light comes in from Father Sky, there's uh, like a hollow, what is it that, a hollow
Mhm.
bone, that's what Annie
Mhm.
calls it,
Yeah.
a hollow bone. And as that hollow bone is filled up with light, we can pack it up a little bit with some sand and some rocks and soften it and keep it a little bit soft. But as that happens, the blue light turns into a dragon, and that dragon turns into a diamond dragon. And we've been talking a lot about Diamond Sutra and that instant enlightenment. So we really need that hollow bone to kind of filter things for right now. And I was also talking about the. Do you want me to get into the fans yet, or do you want to save
All of
that?
it. I
Okay.
love everything you came up with.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Then I got this download today, you guys, and then there's fans, and I was talking to JJ about that, and she was asking Tuta, and Tuta said they're for release. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to describe them?
Yeah, because you had said it's like, an exhaust, and when I was thinking about the exhaust in a car, it's like the car uses everything, that it requires, and then it passes the stuff through the exhaust. It's like, let's make room for more stuff, because if you had all of that, like how exhaust looks and like how it smells, and it's like that's definitely something you want to, if that's a byproduct of something, you definitely want that to exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that cleansing and that clearing. Um, and then they're showing me okay, 2 fans, pack it with sand and rocks. Um, and it's the sand is kind of like the jar that you'd fill up by the sea or the ocean in one of those little gift shops, right? With all the different colors as kids, that you'd play with. And I'm seeing that as our chakras. I'm also seeing that as just our birds have hollow bones. Okay, well that makes sense because birds are angels, right? They bring messages from heaven to the earth. So, okay, so yeah. Okay. What has started will end. They're talking about what has started, and I think we'll have to ask Tutah about that. I think what they're referring to about this is all the chaos that has started. And it could be this yuga, right? Kali Yuga coming to the end of this. Also, the serpent turns into the diamond dragon. Diamond Sutra. We have the Year of the Dragon this year, February 10th through the 20th. And then there's a hole in the desert and a hole in the sky. So I think I'd love to get Tutah's ideas on that too.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so they want to go to the snake-coiled, time is coming, dragons. That's the notes I took when you were talking. I'm so good at notes.
You do. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. I don't know what it means. I don't know if it's something I got.
Right? I can't read it anyway.
That's good, but I don't know if it's mine. Okay. So the snake coiled, the time is coming, and the dragons. That's where they want to start. And I do feel as if this progression of what we're all creating here with this Kundalini energy at this time is awakening of the crystalline dragon or the diamond dragon. It's something that I saw as well. And today it's kind of just getting the brain ready, but Paltoti, and it's this very intricate thing that they'll be doing in the brain area. So is it okay if we just hop right in? Because they're hard to hold back this weekend. Agui, anu tata yeti kashe mashe kyatamashita. I wish I had a feather, but if anybody has a feather near them, they're doing this feathering right here from like the chin down. Makui, atu, makui. Makui, kiana urshe nakatita takuishe ashe naka. Ushe kuita, talking about the birds in the hollow bone. Papa nuishtita, the beautiful vibration and resonance for the birds in their hollow bone. Kuishe. It's like this inside the bird. Atutitanosh, this beautiful vibration. Kutita. Mashtitanoka. Mashtitao kashewa. Aye Tanaka. Kita. And they're like, let's find and explore together. Paduka. Yepa mako ko eshe pala eshe mawa. Nyatita mako eshe matya. Poshe naka eshewa. They're just talking about our birthright. Yatui ta ushtata, and they are putting like this golden band here with the diamond. Kuku ka ishe kakayewa. The gold and the diamond. Kukita. Ma ishe pa go katu kamashtata. Mashe paukita, mashtitaukita, makushewa. Mashe wama washe pakunita, and just drawing in however you want to draw in that Kundalini energy. Ushe tuita, ushe, with grace and ease. Pakuka ma ushe. Kamashtita, as if we're constricting, constricting and releasing, like the snake when it's digesting. Yanu, kapa paukoshe, doing this energetically, kuita, in our light body around us. Ushe, manui. Atutitamashita. And it's about releasing topa paukushewa, things we might have picked up along our way. Pushe, naka, pashe, and the things we will be totamako ushewa, tutamoshtita, releasing like exhaust. Ushe, nakama, paushe. Yatitama ku paushewa. So just doing that squeezing and release to do the moving. Kushe, like the snake. Ashega, isheka. Awa shema wa kiama shewa. Maku tita, ye tita. And we're asking, like, is this what a dragon does? Tanuta, baku shewa. It's just a funny thing to think of. Mamaku she pawa. Ashema wa pawa, pakiama pa shewa. Manita. And we have talked about pakutitamoshtita, the equal-sided cross, and finding our center. So pakunitanoshtita, if this was matuka, ashtita, ayeta. So it's going to be not just in our head, but for our whole body, is being the equal-sided cross, like the plus sign, but it has the flares on the end. Pulshenamako. So just imagining where your center is on this equal-sided cross. Kushe. And just if it's for our best and highest good, with grace and ease, opening up that center as if it was spinning, spinning, opening, akunata, ashemawa, almost like opening it up for business. Ye tita, ashemawa, kianoshtita. And they are mentioning the sand and the rocks. Pashe pama kuishewa, kushe kaka ye tita. And focusing on the top part of our head. And just imagining that there is that flare, that opening, like the patutita moshtita, like the hole in the sky. Kataka. Ye tita, as if we could go through the sky to the stars. Mashtitopak kotita. Ye tita, so nice to see you, so nice to meet you. Welcome to the stars. Yeta, and beyond. Mama ko ishewa. Tita moshtita. And here there's so much frequency and resonance and creation. Kuti. Makuishtita. And that brings us to our ears and our hearing. Kuishe kunamaka. Ashe kunaka yewa nuishewa. Noticing that our ears have been playing with us in a way. Kupa upa ishema kukayewa. And they're like, just imagine that there's a plug, paku ama ishemawa, and we're going to pull the plugs out of our ears because it makes things muffled. Kutita. So take a deep breath in. We'll do this a couple times. Deep breath in. Release. Breath in. Release. And on the third release, we pop it out. Kiana, pama washtata. Welcome to the hearing. Yetita, amashewa, baukue kamashewa. Yetitamashta. So from the crown area, potutita, just going down, scan yourself and just say, how is this? Yatuki shewa. Is there anything that I need to take notice to? And that brings us to the center. Anuita, Anuita, Yetita. And then we go straight down to the hole in the desert, imagining that our feet are on the warm, warm sand. And if there are any sandstorms, they're in the distance. Patutita, patutita. And it's kind of nice to have the storms in the distance because it obscures our vision, so we can focus on what's right underneath us, right here and right now. So just imagining this warm sand, yat yat yana koma kushe kushe, and then seeing it, the sand, tutonoshtita yewa yewa, falling through the hole, kuita kuita, and connecting us from the planets, the stars, and beyond to under our feet, to the heart of the heart of us, the heart of the planet. Kuka, inatashe, where roots, where the roots dwell, the very first roots dwell. Pakuka nishtita, ye tita, where it's dark and light. Papukama mashtita, and it smells very earthy. Papakuna eshepa, mashe makukita, mama yewa tokuka ma ishewa. Anita, Anita, and just again checking the connection, Okita, Okita, and seeing if there's anything from your feet up that might need to adjust or shift, and just, your own best teacher. So just chit chat with yourself and see if anything needs to open. Yatoki, and they are handing us a blue crystal, a multifaceted crystal, and they're like, place this right in the center. Kakoshe kanaka makashe maye paye wa. They're like, yes, this is a gift for you. Katuti, katuti, anutita. Anutita, kushtita, ushtita. They're like, you have misplaced this, and now it's here again. Pakiana, kakayewa, and they're poking at us like, take good care of it. Tatuka shewa, shewa naka. This has to do pakutita noshtita, with the blue light activation that's coming for the dragon. Kutita, kutita, ma ushe, ushe, in the blue ones. Ya paku, ani, katita, ma shewa, kukia, ma shewa wa, and they're like, they are painting like in a primitive way the snake right here. Kashewa. Kashewa, right in the center. The dragon and the snake. Makuki, makuki, makuki. Unlikely friends, as one dwells right flat on the earth, and the other one in the sky. Yanu, kashimawa. And then going out to the sides of our equal-sided cross with the flared ends. Yatuka mashewa, mashemawa kuiwa. Pagunaka. Seeing it open and flowing, and our balance, our center is right in the middle of it all, kind of like the Pamaututonoshtita, like the true north of us. Ashe, ashe mawa, yenataka, ma ashe mawa, yetita. Apapaku, natuti tamashtita. Yay, Tita. And inviting our helpers, if this is what's best for us, for you, Kyatamaku, Tita. And just going up, they're going in with like the toothbrushes that we might have in our cleaning rooms. Yatui tawashiwa, cleaning the brain, shining it up. Atutanoshita, because atutinomashtita. Tita, like if a musical instrument is tarnished, tutama pakushtie from time, patoka mashtita, and maybe the environment it was in time, it gets tarnished. Akoka, eshema. And so if this was an instrument, it wouldn't ring true. It would ring, but it doesn't ring true. Tako shewa noka shewa. So just going in and cleansing. Kuti, kuti, kuti. Anatanaka, yewa, all over the brain, kuiwa, shimawa, and feeling our eyebrows relaxing, our eyes relaxing, our jaw relaxing, our throats relaxing, for the folks who have migraines, just seeing that energy settle some. Pa shewa, shewa, shemawa, and going to the back of the head. Akonata ma shewa nuita. Something important about the back of the head where it meets the neck. Lots of tension. Kotita ma 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 ma. And they're like shining up the back of our neck too. Just getting it ready. Pakonata shewa. And just check in with yourself. Do you feel like if this was a tarnished area, are there any hidden spaces? And could we use the frequency of the things that are already cleansed, maybe to help break up that tarnished areas that are hiding in the crevices? Katanama koshe, koshe, koshe. Aye, aye, aye. Matutita nostita, calling in the birds. The birds know how to find things. They know how to find in the tree. They find the things they need to find. Papakuni, papakuni, calling in the birds to go in and give them permission tutita nostita, to go ahead and go in and find those things that are hidden. Kushe, kushe, kushe. Yamuka, yamuka. And feeling ourselves relaxing even deeper. Taking a breath in and relaxing. And this is just us getting ready. That was a little longer than I expected.
Wow. No, that was perfect. That was
Okay,
amazing.
good.
When you see that cross in the center,
Yeah.
do you see it coming out like so, or do you see it, visually? How do you see it or feel it?
Yeah, visually, yeah, it's like it is like the hollow bones, like for the bird, for the bone. It's like the bone. But it's like even if the bone is a bit weathered, it still has strength. And so I do see it as it's like hollow. And then there's like this center, like how the train station has the the center where you go in and make your connections. So yeah, I see it as like 3D hollow. But
Yeah.
I love that it's flared on the end. Yeah.
It feels like it adds a lot of balance.
Yeah. Yeah, the weight of it, the balance, of the air, the bone. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I have like a million things. I'm like, oh yeah, that reminds me of this. And then it goes away. So pretty much for the remembering, I love the blue stone that they gave us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that too, the blue stone. Annie Bear's asking like a medicine wheel. That's what I was kind of picturing too, Annie, is a medicine wheel with that cross.
Yeah, they really do love to come in with the equal-sided cross. It is about balance. It can be about crossroads, but it could also be about resting in the center, like a respite in the center. Really finding what the center means to us individually. Almost like I can see somebody's like sitting crisscross applesauce in the center of this, like just being like, okay, I can really feel the wind from like just imagining what the wind would feel like from the center of the earth and from the galaxies up above and wherever the sides, they didn't quite go into where the sides go to yet.
Yeah.
But
Paisley says like a roundabout spreads out.
Yeah.
Yeah. The middle, Leah says.
Mm-hmm.
It feels so balanced. It feels like you can almost wear it like a skirt.
Yeah.
Or a kilt. And it just kind of keeps you balanced. Are there like chakras on either end of this cross, or is it
today they just focused on the blue gem, the blue stone.
okay?
but I am seeing in the distance that there is like a floating, like a levitation. So it's not like touching, it's not touching the insides or the sides. It's just something that kind of levitates. Tuti tama, and I'm not sure, they're not sharing what that is for, but there is something, there's something there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally my ADD putting it on high. Burn, baby, burn. Yeah. Anyway, it says, do you ever wonder if our gatherings here are like a team of angels joining to give us a boost? Swoosh.
Swoosh. I really do believe that, because when I listen, you know, to the people, you know, joining me in the chat and listening to the readers, or you know, the people on the live streams, I just really feel like it just helps like the remembering come forward, or emerge, or however it is. I really do think we spark something in one another, even though we have our own inner teachers and our own true authentic selves. It's like, I really feel like we spark one another. Like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I got major download when you said that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leah says she thinks the middle is our pituitary.
I was wondering that, you know,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, where's that pituitary? I'm
Right?
like, where's that? Where's that
I
little?
always think the same thing. Is the pituitary right here in your third eye, or what is that that's right there? It starts with a P, I know.
Oh yeah, that's the of course it's, you guys know. You know.
Everybody knows.
Yeah. I don't know why
Um,
I can't think of it.
yeah.
Anyways, but
So,
I did see
oh,
where
go ahead.
The Vegas was.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pineal gland. Thank you,
Thank
Val.
you.
I knew somebody would know. And
Yeah.
right, Shiny Ray, everybody does.
Oh, here it is. I see it. It's number 2. Here it is. Right there. It's
Yeah.
right there. Yep. Boom,
Yeah.
boom.
That is so important right now, you guys, when you're doing that. Going through all these downloads and all this energy coming in and upgrades and just, all the energy to activate that vagus nerve.
Doesn't this part look like a leaf? I don't know if you can see it, but it looks
Yeah,
like, yeah, that looks like a
it
leaf.
does. Totally looks like a leaf. Yeah,
So cool. Okay, sorry.
beautiful.
Okay, I'm
Smack
done.
dab in the middle of the brain, Amanda says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and you can do that by twisting, doing lots of twists from the center line. Anything that you do with the center line is great. And breath work is great too. And I know all of you probably know a million different ways to activate that, but yoga is incredible, whether you can, and you can just imagine that you're doing the yoga poses and your body doesn't know the difference. So,
Yeah. One of my teachers was telling me that if you take your tongue and like rub it up against the roof of your mouth, like that helps act. Have you heard that?
yeah, we do that
Yeah.
all the time in meditation. When we're going through the senses,
Mm-hmm.
this is how monks in the East, when they take a vow of, I don't know what it's called, not eating.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, when they take this vow, they take the tip of their tongue and do that, and they
Mm-hmm.
receive nectar from the gods.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
And we have this beautiful picture behind us.
Yeah.
Buzz, 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 getting all the nectar, getting all the pollen.
Right? Yeah, we all needed a vacation, I decided today. Too much rain, too much snow, though we probably need it. Prana breath, right? Yes. Yes. Prana. Definitely.
Okay, my dragon.
Oh, your dragons. Oh, God.
Hi. Are you stuck
I
in my
forgot you had a white dragon.
Here's
Wow.
our diamond dragon. He smells. We need a bath.
Manna from heaven. Illumination portal says, yeah. Well, Tyler is talking to him already. So also, I think it's the postcordial back here at the base of your spine, right above the medulla oblongata. or they might be right next to each other.
Yeah.
But Tutah was mentioning that. And that was something interesting. I think I wrote it down. It's a really interesting part of the brain. I know this, my brother that has early onset dementia. This is what's being affected, and it's spatial and it's also vocabulary.
Wow.
So feeling things and speaking things. And I feel like that's a big awakening right now too, that everybody's having in that part of the brain. So,
Do you want to go run?
oh, so cute. What's his name?
This
or
is
her name?
so stuck. Yeah, that's Ink.
Ink.
Because when he's you know, whatever he's trying to communicate, he gets like really black right here, like ink.
Oh,
yeah. He's also named after a character called Ink Sands or something. I don't know. It's my teenager.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
What were we talking about?
Oh, the back of the brain.
Yeah.
Tutah was talking about the back of the brain and talking about if that's the activation for the speech and spatial.
Yeah, and they really like that it's they're like showing me that it the back of the head goes, you know, goes like this and then a bloop. It's like where I really love to get my thumbs in to like release pressure or tension. Tomoko pamako shinaka. It's like almost that's like where the hidden tension is right there.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Is he going home?
That was like, oh my God, it's the most beautiful hawk. He ran into my window.
Oh, wow.
Wow, he's
We're
on
talking about calling in the hawk.
He's so beautiful.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Okay. So this is what happens, everybody.
Oh, he flew off.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't seen that one around. That was really cool.
That is so cool. Yeah. Magical shapes in our brains, right, Amanda? Yeah. And Leah says that's where she received her head energy, or head trauma at 8 years old, and it changed. I bet it did change the way your brain worked. Yeah. Yeah, you had a hawk here yesterday. Yeah. I'm not going outside. It's below zero.
Cold.
I've been out a few times.
Yeah, I was trying to get my owl, Paisley.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Annie Bear wants to know if it's a Cooper's hawk or a sharpshin. I don't know what a sharpshin is.
I'm not sure. It's not one I've seen before, but super beautiful. If I figured that out, I'll let you know.
Oh, Sal just got home and found a hawk feather. Wow.
Yes. Wow.
Sal, that's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, the hawk was probably chasing someone. Well, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
It's just that my mom's been feeding my mom's staying with us while she gets some work done on her place. And so outside her window is like bird central with the bird feeders and with the storm. And so it is possible, like the squirrel is there, the all sorts of animals. She's attracting them all.
Well, when Tutah came in, so did my animals. So I don't know if you heard that big squeak. That was my little 9-pound cat opening a 20-pound door to get in.
Yes.
Yeah. So Tyler and Zeppelin came in.
Yeah. Something they want to mention that diamond light dragon. Like, what does everybody kind of feel like the diamond light dragon? Like, just me as JJ, not Tutah. It's like I almost feel like this beautiful almost piercing, but only because it's like the right pitch of like white light coming from the eyes of the dragon.
Yeah.
That feels good.
Yeah. It feels a lot like plasma too,
Yeah.
the diamond light dragon. Like it's very shape shifting, kind of
Yeah.
almost.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dragon. Almost, Leah. Almost. Yeah, it's coming. So
Something about the frequency of it all.
yeah, iridescent. Steadiness with diamond light dragon. Yeah.
Steadiness.
Yeah,
That's
not solid. Yeah.
healing
Ooh,
light.
love that, Diana. Healing light. Yeah. Yours was blue. You know, it is kind of a blue diamond light for me too, Lisa. It shines out, but it is like a blue diamond. Yeah. When I see it.
Rides
Ooh,
like
Paisley. That's amazing.
like, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I totally love that. That's really amazing. Yeah, yours too, Diana. Wow. That makes so much sense. Yeah, it was definitely shining, wasn't it? There's a t-shirt. Yeah, we're gonna have to bejewel that one though.
Yes.
Very generous, that dragon. Definitely, Amanda. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, I think the dragon, as they come in, bring in lots of gifts, but they also bring in lots of protection for us. So, I was listening to this group, and they were talking about what was it? Oh, saying our protection and just making sure that all of our guides knew that no one other than our highest good can ever come in.
Hmm.
And, you know, sometimes I wonder what to say because I mean, I call in angels every morning and I call in my guides every morning, my ancestors. So I always keep a really full room. But I know people talk about that they pick up stuff, you know, when they go out or something might follow them home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
wonder I wonder about that too, and it's not something that I've encountered, luckily.
yeah, yeah. I did rent a house with 2 roommates, and we did have something there. We did get rid of it. We saged it out, but we were, one of my girlfriends had an old Bible, and we were walking around with that, and the power went out.
Oh, wow. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, yeah. It was a really old house too, but it turned out it was a beautiful house after that, no problems.
Yeah.
So, but ooh, you know what's weird?
Mm.
Is that also the roommate that moved out, she, her family was very Pentecostal, and they did what's it called when you get rid of spirit inside of somebody if you think the devil's an exorcism.
Yeah.
They thought because she was drinking and, you know, I think she was an aerobics teacher, so she was really fit and really nice, but they thought that she was just, you know,
Yeah.
being in the devil. Anyway, okay. So,
Speaking of that, it is, let me see. It's just like what that woman, Elsa Dillon, at the beginning of what we were talking about. She says that, if you work on really giving the body like what it needs to be, like to hold the vibration that we're at, because of that does shift. She was talking about, you know really finding like what your helper is. Like hers is herbs. And so she said that, when you cleanse yourself, for her, she was talking about like parasites. when you cleanse yourself, a lot of times things can't stick to you. For her specific, I think she was talking about inside the body and also the spiritual stuff too. I'm not sure if anybody out there has the experience with that. I'm just in the process of uh, cleaning the inside of myself up and the outside. So I don't have experience with that quite yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. I really, when she said that about, your, um, parasites inside your body and your biome, I mean, we get rid of a lot of a good bacteria,
Yeah.
if we have antibiotics or whatever. I mean, all sorts of different ways by eating the wrong foods, and it can be healthy foods for another person, like
Yeah.
beets. I love beets. I have my biome tested. Beets are not my friend. And I'm
Mhm.
like, "Really?"
Yeah.
So, it's interesting, the all the bacteria in there and, which you could call parasites, some of them, but,
Yeah.
um, I know and she was from New Zealand? Or no, Australia, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I love this, what, Val says, "There is a potential to pick up low vibration
Hitchhiker.
hitchhikers, but they
Mhm.
usually stay far away from the light." Though not until heard of.
Mm.
Lower energies, spirits are always looking for energy to use.
Kind of
Yeah,
reminds kind of reminds me of the people that we need to, like, step away from. You
right?
know? It's not just, like, those hitchhikers, there's also hitchhikers in our lives where, it's just a drain and not like a co-creation, you know? I know I've
Yeah,
had some of those in my life.
yeah, holy rollers, yeah, yeah, interesting.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so I know in Australia, the indigenous tribes there, will bury somebody in the mud for an
Mhm.
hour or so, but just having that mud bath for, like, I think it's 24 hours to get rid of all the toxins in the body.
Wow, it just absorbs it all.
It just yeah, their beautiful dirt just absorbs all of it.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah, I would go for that. I don't know
Yeah,
if I'd go for it at a spa maybe, but I don't know about in the middle of the aboriginal desert.
yeah. Yeah,
We're
I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, protection inside and out, Sonia, I love that, yeah. Yeah, mud's really good. Working as a bartender for so many years is quite an experiment because there's a significant difference in places that are a bit lower in vibration.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
when
bet
you
that
work
would
in
be,
public.
like it could be exhausting, but also a really interesting, like, being a witness to that,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like, knowing what you know, and just
Wow.
witnessing. Yeah.
Yeah, as people come in. I know
Mhm.
I, you know, used to have an antique shop, and then I'm still a collector.
Mm.
And so I'm out there, and my daughter has a little business doing vintage clothing, so
Mm.
we're out there a lot, and sometimes when I see things, I know, not that one, but,
Yeah.
um, but I always cure things in my car and leave them there, and some things I'll leave in there even for a couple of weeks knowing that they're not ready to come out yet.
Oh, that's good. That's good to have a chit chat with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting. Um Annie Bear, don't tell me you were a bartender too. Oh, no, Diana says she was a bartender too. No. I can imagine that Diana would make a really good Manhattan.
Manhattan. Yum, 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 yum.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that, um, but but it's interesting how you know sometimes the people. I know back in the '70s, I would hitchhike, no problem.
Mhm.
And, with my girlfriends and because we lived out in the burbs and we were always going into town to listen to music and do stuff, and one of us didn't have a car or whatever, but we'd be in a group, and there were a few times that we got in some heavy situations, and I always, for some reason, somebody always tells you what to say. You always get the download of the right thing to say to get out of the
Mhm.
situation. But, um, so I just felt really lucky about it. I don't know why I'm talking about that, but
Well, it's kind of it's really interesting because when my husband was my boyfriend, he's such an adventurous soul that we he's like, let's, well, it was my idea, honestly, to start traveling because he was unhappy with his work. And so I was just like, well, let's just go on you go on a trip. And then he's like, you come with me. And like, long story short, there we were, like driving from Vermont, down to either in Mexico, that was the first one. And then the big one was driving to Costa Rica. And
oh,
you have all of these situations where there's like young people with like guns, um, and like where we would always stay in our little van. It was an ambulance that we stayed. We fixed it all up, but
I always wanted one.
yeah, and so we always just kind of knew, like, go by that place, but then pull in here. Um, but it is one of those things where there's freedom in that. And then when I had kids, I was just like, oh my God, I live in Southern California. The border's right there. I'm like, my kids are awesome and they're cute and somebody's gonna want them.
Right?
I was like, Mom, a helicopter, and there's like no freedom in that. No freedom
Yeah.
for the kids, no freedom for the mom.
Yeah.
Um, so there is this beauty in the freedom of when you can find that you can, trust humanity to give you a ride, or trust humanity to let you pass by.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know how you did it, but you did it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Shining Ray just explained how your life worked. Yeah. A 70s woman girl, never in fear, just knew what to say and wondered if I was
Yeah.
silly, but I didn't think so. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, Annie. I've always wanted an ambulance. I kind of feel like too that our guides are kind of moving us through that. But in my day, I mean, I moved. I live in KC and I moved to St. Louis, and I thought that was so extravagant. But I love that you drove all the way to Costa Rica and Mexico,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's amazing. My daughter's been all over the world. She started traveling when she was 17,
Yeah.
and she was at a monastery, but
Mm.
still, I think she was going out a little bit too. So,
Yeah. That's right.
yeah, yeah, it's kinda, I think
I
that oh, go ahead.
Terry, I think that like one of the reasons it's kind of bubbling up for both of us right now, and the people in the community here, is that what Tuta says a lot to me is this a safe time to be our true authentic selves? Um, because it is like kind of trusting. It's like you can't control, like really who picks you up, like hitchhiking or whatnot. I know that's a strange metaphor, but it's like, are we okay to be our true authentic selves? And in this timeline or in this realm, it's something that they bring up quite often. And if you don't feel safe, that's fine. But maybe shine some of the true authentic self. Yeah, if you can just shine a little bit if you feel like it's not safe. Because I know sometimes when people are going through their spiritual journey, it's so nice to have us in this community where we can, really be like, oh my gosh, you're not going to guess what happened yesterday. Or is anybody feeling this energy? But, if you have family members, you might feel you don't really want to come out to them. So, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
really
and
having the freedom. Yeah.
yeah, it is amazing, and it's funny how, some friends you can come out to, and some think that we're really the left side of woo-woo.
Yes.
like we were
Yes.
talking about.
And then
Uh,
I have some friends in the spiritual community, but I know that I can only, like, share so much with them, you know, because there's even people, like, that are on our wavelength that, I'm just like, I know that I need to, like, hold back some of my stories from them because, you know, it's not because of me, it's just, like, where they're willing to go.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, we must state that we are free, sovereign, divine beings of love. Plus, that's why we meditate as a daily practice. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Oh, I love that, Amanda. Trust is my word of the year.
That's great.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, there's like this connection between trust and surrender. Um, it's like a they like they're together, like the trusting and the surrendering. When I was having heart issues and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it to the hospital, I was like, okay, I'm like, I'm gonna surrender to this. You know, and if this is my time, it's my time. But I just ask that you know, that I can stay here, you know, for my kids or for my journey. And there was like this surrendering, and then I made it. I made it in time. So there's a sweet
ah,
trust with surrender.
how frightening. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, letting go is huge. It's, that's been kind of my name for a long time, or my word for a long time, surrender. And
Yeah.
this year, I think it's being not just true, like true is a big word right now. Um, being true to me and being clarity.
Yeah.
Um, because I feel like, yeah, surrender is peace, isn't it, Annie? That's a good point. I feel like it's really um, being able to speak truly and hear ourselves truly, like
Yeah.
our inner voice, what we say to ourselves, completely changes our story.
Hmm. I
Um,
wonder if they feel like that too. Like, okay, maybe we'll just hold back this because I don't know if this is the time to tell that part. No, just like that
oh,
friend I
totally,
have, like, I can only go so far.
totally,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah, I had one of my favorite old therapists, Rachel. She's been on the channel, Rachel Grant.
Mhm.
She's a trauma therapist, but she says, look at a bullseye, and you've got the center, and then you've got all the rings around it. And
Yeah.
you've got friends on all these different points of it, and they all interchange. Like they can be in the center one day and then out here for just a movie friend, going to the movies, or the other one can be a coffee friend, or one can be a call up, you know, s- talk
Mhm.
it out friend.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Love
yeah, they
that.
live in,
That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I had seasonal friends, like, my snowboard friends were not my summer friends. I don't know why that was. So weird thinking about it now.
I
Mm,
always had different groups for different things. Yeah, yeah, for different, you know, work friends. Well, y'all remember that if you're not working
mm,
still, but, work friends and, spiritual friends, and then friends that, going out dancing friends.
mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Hey, Wayne. Oh, um, let's see. Janet, I used to drive cross country periodically, and my sweet dog would definitely know when I needed protection. She discouraged people now and then. Spirit is everything.
That's great, and I love your kitty. Look at the nose.
Mm, so sweet. Oh, that's darling. Yeah. Yeah. Janet, you still have different groups of friends. I do too. Yeah. I definitely do too.
I
And
just
then
have
we always, oh,
I have
huh?
different animals. I've got, like, my hens,
Oh, yeah.
dogs.
And you're going to have your bees, and your
Yes,
bees would
I
love
have
our
my
meadow.
bees. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
It's good to have different friends. I always had lake friends too. when the kids were young, but
Yeah.
that was good. That was a little crazy, though.
Hmm.
Well, everybody, I thank you so much for being here. Do you have anything else that you wanna say,
Um,
JJ or Tuta?
let me see. No, they just I think they were just really happy to you know, show us that blue gem in the center of us and to like hand it back to us. I don't know if they had it for they had it for safekeeping. And so now we get to enjoy it again. And
Mm.
I love how gentle they're being, like showing us pieces and parts of this for the um, really kind of putting the puzzle pieces together, I think, for the diamond light dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that too. I love
Mhm.
that too, and, your voice is so soft when Tuta comes in. I just love her voice.
I love it when they think they're telling okay, no offense, Tuta, but like they think they're sharing a joke, you know, and it's just like the happiness and the glee, you know, and I'm like, is that really funny? I don't know. But
I
it is
love
for them and it's contagious. So yeah.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I love that. Everybody go look in your, jewelry box or
Mm. Mhm.
drawers or wherever. Find your
I
sign.
can see Annie painting it, the blue
Oh, yeah.
diamond. I can see it happening already.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
definitely,
looking forward to that.
definitely. All right. Well, have a great week, everybody. We hope to see you
Yeah.
here next week,
Mhm.
4 o'clock Central. And yeah, we'll see y'all later.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, wait. Paisley
Oh,
wants to know the marathon. What's the name of the marathon thing again? Portal to.
oh, Portal to Ascension. Um,
Yeah.
and it's if you look them up, Portal to Ascension in YouTube, you'll see it's running live on their YouTube channels, but you'll be able to find the link and I think it's portaltoascension.com. Actually, let me just look it up right now.
I have it on my
And
email. But
um
if you register, it's either free or you can do a donation. But if you register, you'll be able to watch the replays. Um, is how they said it yesterday, if I'm
yeah,
remembering.
and yeah, so I think for 40 what was it, $44 if you wanted to do a to keep it
Hmm.
and then have it for a while. Yeah,
Oh,
portaltoascension.org. Got it. Copy. Oh, that's not me. There I am. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I watched most of it yesterday, and I woke up this morning and watched the rest of it, and, before I had coffee, so I don't remember all of it, but it was pretty great. Yeah.
but don't you kind of feel like the energy exchange of just like listening, and it just really kind of stokes me up when I
Yeah.
listen to
Yeah, the
them.
energy was really, really high in the room, you guys.
Mm,
It's really beautiful. So,
yeah.
yeah. All right. We will see y'all later. One more time. Goodbye.